A time of change. So what we have here is a play, and then after this play, there are going to be a number of questions. There are only about 7 questions, one of which requires you to write a little bit of an answer. It's called a short answer question. And this altogether gets sent to your 3rd grade teacher and to your parents. This is called our Unit 8 reading test. And we've done these before, so I did not assign you much other work today because I want you to focus on doing a good job on this test. I'm going to read the passage with you now. Congratulations, by the way, for watching my video. I appreciate it. And then I'll show you a couple hints about taking the first questions of the test. A time of change. Setting. A house on a dark, windy, and rainy night. Act 1. The door slams. Mom, Dad, and Abby enter the living room. Wow! Oh, let's get warm. That was some walk. I wish it was sunny and hot. It's freezing outside. It's cool for sure, but I don't think it's freezing, hun. That strong wind sure makes it feel cold. Lightning streaks across the sky. Crack! Boom! Everyone rushes to the window. It's the oak tree! It's smashed to the ground, and look at my tree house. It's in pieces. My life is ruined. Wow, this is some storm. But your life is fine, Abby. You'll miss your tree house, but you'll see things will look different tomorrow. Act 2. The next day, the sun shines brightly. Abby and her mother are eating breakfast, and there's a loud sound of a chainsaw outside. Abby watches her father cut up the tree. Eat your breakfast. I'm too sad. I miss the oak tree. I know. But remember how shady it was always in the backyard? Look out there now. Wow. It's really sunnier without a tree. Let's make a plan. We can change our backyard. With sun, we can do different things. Like what? We could plant a garden. We could plant grass, and you could play badminton. I love badminton. What do you think? Are you glad? I'll still miss our tree, but I'm glad we can make our yard better. So what I've done is I've put the whole play down the side, right? So that if you don't know the answer, you can look back to that part of the play. So let me give you an example. What happens in Act 1, right? So what you can do, because it says look in Act 1, is you can find Act 1 and just refresh your memory. What was going on at the beginning of the play, Act 1? Because that's maybe different than what was going on at the end. They're not asking about the end, right? So you're going to read the beginning and choose your best answer. Here, they're going to be talking about some of the vocabulary, so focus in on that word and how it was used. It might ask you, what is the opposite of the word? Or what means the same as this word? You have to read the question carefully. Just so you know, there's going to be a button right up here like a speaker. And if you press that button, it will read the question to you. Here's another example where you're working on the vocabulary and the ending of words. This is one I wanted to talk about because it can be a little tricky for kids. So it's a 2-part question. You are asked, how does Abby's mood change from Act 1 to Act 2? What changes? How does she feel? And then here it describes the changes. Then you have to highlight. See how it says highlight the line from the play that shows that you're right. So, I love badminton, maybe, right? That would show that she was happy, at least at part of the play. What do you think? Are you glad? There are different parts that you could show and say, yep, that's why I think that. Or nope, I don't think she's this way. I think she's feeling another way. So highlight the part down here that helps you understand that the top part is correct. Kind of a tricky one. Then we're back to kind of an easy one here. It's asking you about stage directions. Here, just a comprehension question about what's happening in the poem. And finally, we made it to the last question, number 16. You have to talk about the difference in Abby's feelings from the beginning to the end, from Act 1 to Act 2. Give details that tell you, how does Abby feel about her tree, right? At the beginning, how does she feel? Prove it. At the end, how does she feel? Prove it. Do your very best job and then send it my way. I can't wait to see your test. Thanks now.